everybody, it's Miss Marie, and today we're going to be doing a paint-along project. I have kits at the library for you to pick up. We're going to be making paint-along kitty cat selfie or kitty cat group photo. It looks like it's a very colorful, fun picture that you can paint that with a bunch of kitty cats poking their heads in to get into the picture. And what I love about this project is that you can make it as easy or as difficult as you want. Easy would be one cat. I give you the outline of a cat. You can just put one cat in the middle. A little harder would be 2 cats, 3 cats, 4 cats. Gets harder and harder the more you put in there. The hardest part will be keeping track of which cat is which because you are going to be overlapping the line. So if that's too hard for you, stick to one cat. All right? All right, come with me and we'll start our project. Okay, to make your kitty cat painting video, you should have picked up a kit at the library, which has 6 colors of paint. We used pretty much the primary colors so that you can mix them, lighten them, darken them, however you like. We have a kitty cat template, canvas, paintbrush, and a paint sponge. You're going to need from home a pair of scissors to open this and to cut out your kitty cat, a pencil to trace your kitty, a plate to mix your paint colors on, some paper towels to dry things off when you're done with your brushes, and some water to rinse your brushes. All right. Now the first thing we're going to do is open up our canvas. You always turn it over to the back so you don't scratch the front with your scissors. And always be careful when you're doing something like this. Maybe have a grown-up help you out with that. Peel off the plastic. Now you've got your canvas ready. Let's cut the cat out of the cardstock here that I gave you. It's a pretty heavy paper, so you should be able to use it over a couple times. And I used a nice, simple kitty cat that you can change the shape if you want to make the cat a little rounder, you want to make his ears bigger, her ears bigger, however you want to do it. And the reason I didn't put a tail on is because our picture doesn't have tails on it. You could always add a tail if you just wanted to do one single cat in the middle. I wanted to do a group of cats in the picture, almost like they're doing a selfie. So I'm going to take my pencil, I'm going to position the cat that I want to be the biggest kind of right in the middle, because most paintings, they have some kind of focal point, and I want to make the biggest or tallest cat kind of right in the middle. And I'm going to trace it with my pencil, not too hard, because we want to be able to go over those lines later with paint and not have the pencil show up too much, but dark enough to see so that you can see your first cat outline. All right. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like the rounded ear. Round this one out a little bit more. Okay, so there's my first cat. You see that okay? Excellent. All right, so then I'm going to start adding other cats in there like they're peeking in. And it's okay if they overlap this cat in the middle because we're going to paint it later so you won't see those parts. So let's see, I'm going to make one cat down here. Oh, how about I make one like right here? Let's see here. Let's do one right about here and we'll just trace what we can see. And we're not going to worry about the other pencil lines because we're going to paint over those. So there's one cat peeking into the painting. And you can even erase that line if that's confusing for you. You can erase that because that line was between the 2 cats. So you don't need to have that because this cat is going to be in front of that cat. All right. Let's put another one here. You know how people like to gather in for a selfie? These cats are taking a selfie. And they're all squishing into the picture. I can erase the extra lines if I want to, because those cats are going to be in the front. So far I have 3 cats. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do more. Again, if this is too confusing for you or too much work, you can always just do 1 or 2 cats too. There's no reason you have to do a bunch. I kind of like the idea of a bunch. I think it's really cute. But you do not have to do that. Now you've noticed, if you'll notice, we did not paint the background yet. Usually I have the background painted. This time I did not do that because we're not gonna have that much background left. So we'll just paint that in later. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cats. What's better than 4 cats? How about 5 cats? And this one's gonna be sort of off the canvas. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have this one peeking in at such a distance that he's, let's go like that. So it's kind of like a kitty cat group photo, which just, the idea of it just cracks me up. I don't have to worry about erasing the lines. I'm just doing that to make myself less confused. So you see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cats so far. I'm thinking, to be very silly, I'm gonna put one so that only 1/2 of his face is on the page, on the canvas. We're gonna paint that one. So he's barely made it into the photo. All right, so now I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and I'm gonna paint, I think I'm gonna paint, let's see. Which one do I wanna do first? Oh, maybe I need to do, I think I'm gonna do the cat. We'll do the cat in the front first, all right? And I am going to mix colors to paint the cats. I'm trying to see which one I wanna, what color I wanna start with. It's nice and fun to mix your colors. You can mix them kind of any way you like. I've decided I'm gonna do a purpley colored cat here first. And to make purple, we're gonna mix blue and red, and then you can always lighten it with white if it's too dark of a purple. But first I'm gonna put a little bit of blue on my plate. And I'm gonna wipe it off. Put a little bit of red on my plate. And close those up so I don't spill them. Oops. And I'm gonna mix a nice purple. Yeah, like that. And then I think this first cat right up front is gonna be my purple cat. Maybe a little more red. Okay, so I painted my purplish color cat. And I'm gonna paint another one here. I think I'm gonna go with a totally different color. Let's see, what color kitty should we make there? How about a bright yellow one? So let's clean off the brush really, really well. Close up those paints, open up the yellow one. So I'm just gonna come in and do some orange now. I mixed some red and some yellow to make this pretty orange. Oh, so there was that side kitty peeking in. He's only gonna get like maybe one eye in there, which is gonna be very silly. Let's see, what other colors could we do? I should probably do some blue. Maybe what color do I want this one to be? Maybe I'll have this one be green or pink. I can't decide yet. Anyway, I'm gonna go forward and color a couple more. my kitties dry, I decided I don't need to go over it again. I like the way it looks. I washed my brush off really well and got some clean water. And I even used a hair dryer. You can ask your grown-up if you're allowed to use the hair dryer on a cool setting to dry it a little faster. And I'm going to come in and do the background. I'm going to do it a light blue so it looks like sky. Now, if you've already used a light blue for like a kitty cat and it's too much light blue, then you can come in with a different color. I kind of like the light blue. Start adding eyes, and then we can outline it and add whiskers. We'll be all done. Now, cat's eyes come in all different colors. I have had cats with yellow eyes, green eyes, even orangey eyes and blue eyes. So we can kind of pick whatever color we want to do. Now this part might be a little trickier, so what I'm thinking is, let's see. First, let me pick a color that's easy. Let's pick yellow because we don't have to blend that. And let's try using the end of this stamp. Get a little of the extra off and try pushing it down. Oh, that's a perfect circle. Look at that. So let's pick a cat that the yellow will show up on. I think this cat. And let's try that. Let's go in and do, oh, maybe a little bit more. All right, so I've got two nice yellow eyes for that kitty. We're going to add black to it later and white. So let's just leave that there for now. And I'm just going to spread that yellow into that spot right there. But I like that it gave me a nice circle. I'm going to use that. Let's see. Let's clean off the tip. Who could have some pretty green eyes? I think that maybe the orange kitty, but he's kind of only got like half of his head on there, so I'm only going to do one eye, which is kind of silly. Let's try that. Where would that be? Maybe right about here. Because he's just kind of peeking in from the side of it. He almost didn't make it into the picture. So we'll give him one eye. His other eye is off the camera. And who else could have some green eyes? Maybe pink cat. I'll have green eyes. Like I said, you can mix these colors and make them, well, the green really pops there. Oh, that looks really pretty. Let's try some blue eyes. I'm rinsing off the tip of my brush. I'm dipping right into the blue. Let's try that on Blue Kitty. Stamper. Oops. That may work. Make sure we have enough. Let's fill in the circle with a little extra orange. All right, so now I've got the color parts of all the eyes. We're going to come back and add the black and white parts and some whiskers, and then we'll be done. Oh, actually, we should outline too, but you don't have to outline. But let's take a little break, let it dry, and come back and do some more. Okay, while I was letting mine dry, I went in and I tried outlining it with the black, and I really like it better doing that. I did it mostly with the paint. I also tried with, over here I did with the marker. I think I like the paint better. You just have to have a very steady hand. I'll show you how I did it. I dipped it in the black paint, not too much, just a little bit on the very end of the brush. And then I turned the brush sideways so that the flat part is up. And I did a very thin line around my cat. And I think it looks really nice. I think it makes it pop. You don't have to do this. If you find it's too much work or it's too frustrating, don't do it. If you have access to a permanent marker and you want to do it that way, you can do it that way as well. You can see how much they stick out now. They really stand out from each other when they're outlined in the black. And I really like that. So I went and did all that while I was waiting for the other stuff to dry. Now I'm ready to come in and do the black parts of the eyes. There's a couple different ways you could do this. If you don't trust yourself with the brush, you can use the other end of the brush and just dip it in the black and come in. I'm going to make this cat kind of looking in. Give him, and that one gives you a little bit more control over the shape of the black part of the eye. You can make it a little bigger if you like, or a little smaller, depending on how much. That one's looking in. I think this cat will be looking straight ahead because he's at the top of the picture, right? So he's going to be straight ahead. Let's see how that's coming out. Maybe this cat's looking over this way at this guy. You just have fun with whatever way you want to make their eyes point. I think it's fun to do that. Yeah. So I'm going to let that dry before I add the white parts of their eyes in. But we have another little part that I almost forgot about, is their noses. So I'm going to give most of them pink noses. I'm going to mix some red and white together. And then I am going to give, I think the darker cats maybe need oh no, the dark cats, I think the pink will show up. Maybe the pink cat needs a darker nose, like a grayish nose or a black nose. All right, we're still waiting for the blacks of the eyes to dry before we add in the white of the eyes. But I think if we're very careful, we can do the whiskers. Again, you can try experimenting different colors of black or white. I'm going to mix and try a gray first and see how I like it. And you can also experiment using the tip of your brush or the brush part. I'm not sure yet what I like. Let's see. I'm going to try the gray kitty first. I'm going to go really light. All right, do some whiskers over here. Oh, those look really nice. We could go a little darker if we wanted to. Maybe could go with some black. Just a few little whiskers coming in. Maybe he's got very long whiskers. Let's make them overlap like that. I love it. Okay, so now we're almost done. Just going to add the whites to their eyes. Looks like they're pretty dry. And I'm definitely going to use the tip of my paintbrush for that. Dip it right into the paint. And let's see who looks like they could go for it first. I think Kitty looking this way. Get a little white spot there and a little white spot there. Nice. Kitty looking this way is going to get a little white spot there. Kitty looking down is going to get 2 little white spots there. All right, and this one was looking this way, so let's give him 2 little white spots looking towards the side. This kitty was looking straight ahead, so I'm trying to get the white spots right in the middle. And this last little kitty was looking up, so we'll put the white spots at the top. Looking up. And that is that. I feel pretty happy with how this came out. I hope you enjoy making it. Take your time, let it dry in between, and then if you have a chance, take a picture and send it to me. And again, you can add as many or as few cats as you like. That's why I like this project. It doesn't have to be a crowded kitty photo. It can be just a few if you prefer. And I like that you can mix the colors how you like them. And that's it. I'll see you again in the summertime. We'll do another paint along of a sea creature because our summer theme is oceans of possibilities. So we'll be doing all kinds of ocean projects. All right, enjoy, and I'll see you soon.